A blessed Thursday to us. Today we hear a different perspective or angle of the call of the first disciples. The Gospel of St. Luke puts this from the perspective of a huge catch of fish. And scholars are always very interestingly dealing this with somehow like an event that also happened in the Gospel of John, but that was after Jesus was raised from the dead. So there were actually two events of huge catch of fish, but different perspectives. Here we have the call of Peter to become a fisher of men. And of course, his other companions, James, John, and of course, understood there was Andrew, the brother of Peter. Now, this very beautiful narrative contains what we were reflecting almost 20 years already, or more than 20 years ago. You still remember the expression, duc in altum? Of course, you still. Duc in altum is put into deep waters, which actually we have heard in today's gospel reading. Now, the word duc in Latin, to put into the deep, actually is the very root word for education, ducere, to guide, to lead, or to be guided and to be led. And this is what St. Paul says in today's first reading when he said about continue learning and knowing God. Okay? The continuous progress in the knowledge of God. And it is actually bringing us into the depths of so many things. Now, one interesting thing I always remember and I can relate as a portion or part of understanding deeper into our experiences is what he was then Bishop Tagle. Now he is the Cardinal Tagle. He was talking about we all have what we call rock bottom experiences. Have you ever had a rock bottom experience? Kung sa may rock bottom experience, kana bang tidlom jud ta kayo sa tanan, we're so down. But then the beautiful message here is it's not a negative experience at all. Because when we go rock bottom, we touch the rock of our faith. We touch the bottom where God is waiting for us. And this is the very beautiful challenge of go deeper into our lives, into our experiences. Put into the deep, duc in altum. Because it is only when we are able and willing to get down into the depths of so many things in our lives that we do not just understand, that we do not just have an idea or an experience of it, but it is God with us, even in the downtroddenness of our experiences. After all, God is not just only up there in the heavens. Everything belongs to Him. The up and the down, the sideways, and practically everything, the forward and the backwards. And it is in this bottom line, in this bottom ground, that He is the very foundation. And something more is even interesting. It goes and makes us realize where we really came from. From where were we taken? From the ground. So when we keep touch on the deep, even the problems that come our way, it is an act of enriching. It is an act of empowering as well. And at the same time, holding fast to the very foundation and the very source and the very capstone or cornerstone, who is Jesus Himself, who is our God, and who is always right there for us every time we fall. Every time we fall, He is always there waiting for us. Amen.